I don't know about you, but sometimes getting my buttons and some of my embroidery designs exactly where they need to go can be really tricky. Hey guys, this Tuesday we are going to talk about the tip of using an expandable seam guide. These are great little assets for you to have in your sewing room because there's multiple different instances you can use this guide. So I'll show you some of my favorite ways. One thing that I love about the expandable seam guide is the fact that it actually has all of these different markings on it. So on here we've got a 1/4 inch, we've got a 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 whole inch. So what that does is if I'm trying to put buttons on or make buttonholes, I can make sure they're evenly spaced. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this little shirt that's right here. So I can actually pull these apart, and the really nice thing is, you know, if you use a patterned shirt like this, where all of the squares are exactly an inch, makes your job a little bit easier. But I'm going to do buttons in all of these little clear parts, and then I can just expand that gauge to make sure they're in the right spot. So let's see, here we go. And now I can see that I'm lined up all the way down. So now I can line up the seam that I did with the 1/4 inch marking on each of these. Perfect. And now, if my stiletto doesn't run away, I can now mark the center point, which is going to be at the 1/2 inch mark that I want my button to be. So when I go to use my button sew on foot, I know exactly where to place my button, and I know that they're going to line up every single time. And after this video is done, I will go do that on the other side of the shirt so that I make sure the buttonholes line up perfectly too. The other thing that I like about these guides as well, loud stiletto, is if I have something like a jean jacket where I want to do something on the back of, this is a really great way for me to kind of mark where my center is. So I can take my guide and I can expand it out, and I know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know right where that hinge is, that's where I want my center point to be. So I can expand this out, make sure everything is spaced evenly. I'll sometimes even use the ruler to just double check that everything looks good. Let's see. We're at 9.5. That extra one is right at 4.5. Perfect. So then I can mark everything that I need in order to get my design absolutely perfectly straight, square, and I can mark down 1/4 inch, 1 inch, however I need to make sure that everything lines up perfectly. An expandable seam gauge can be used in so many different ways too. You can also do smocking with it. You can do shearing with it. You can make sure that things are going to be gathering the right way. So it really is a great extra tool to have on your wall in your sewing room. I hope this Tip Tuesday makes life a little bit easier for you. If you've seen any of our other Tip Tuesdays, you know that we have a great playlist to watch all of that stuff on. And if you haven't been to our stores before, we are all starting to do lots more fun classes like open sews and machine usage classes, and of course our monthly sew fun. So come check us out, see our classes on our website, and thank you so much for joining me this week on Tip Tuesday. Hey guys, here at Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, we always like to make sewing fun start here. And so we appreciate you watching this video. If you want to see more like it, check out this playlist. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you know what is happening here.